But here's a few annoying things about buying a home. Annoyance number 1, accessibility issues.
Yeah, you see the listing of your dreams online and you're dying to see it. And certainly my experience as an agent, like when I'm dying to show a home, there are certain homes that the seller just does not make it easy to show it.
The second annoyance on the list, the purchase diet. Because obviously, before you even start looking for a home, you're scratching together a down payment, which is going to mean saving, not spending. And then once you find it, you're going to have to, there's a few more costs that may be involved, Misty.
Well, and it's one of our 10 commandments when you go under contract. Thou shalt not open new credit cards, even if you need to get furniture at Homemakers and they're like, you don't have to pay for it for 6 months. And you're like, oh, that's great because I'm buying a house right now and I don't want to have to pay for it for 6 months. Don't do it.
And this kind of relates to annoyance number 3, waiting to decorate, because not only should you not go out and buy your new furniture before you've moved into your house too, but yeah, it's not yours yet. So while you may have all these plans, you got to wait until it's officially yours, Misty.
Right. Exactly.
The fourth annoyance, the seller leaves behind some parting gifts.
Yes. That is something that happens, I don't know. I'd probably say 1 in 10 closings, there's some unexpected things that are left. And I always think it's cute because the sellers let on like, I left all these old paint cans in here because I thought you'd want touch-up paint. And, they're all like, crusty and
exactly
like color that you would never use today. That can be definitely an annoyance.
Now, we just got done talking about leaving behind parting gifts. Does this actually happen? Sellers leave behind parting messages.
Well,
and there's a story
good
here.
Good or bad.
Yeah. Releasing all the Freon from the home's air conditioning system after the final walkthrough to stick it to the buyers because they developed some hard feelings over the transaction. In another instance, a seller removed all the light bulbs and took them with them.
Yes.
I think that I think it's one of the most challenging parts of being a real estate agent is the emotions that get charged up during a transaction that maybe has some difficulties when there be it like inspection items that there's kind of some rough negotiation to get through, or unexpected things happen all the time. That's why we give our clients like, here's 88 types of turbulence that can happen during your real estate transaction. And sometimes people do emotional reactions that aren't very nice. And but on the flip side of that, I've had a lot of people write beautiful notes to the new home buyer talking about all the things they love about their home and the neighbors and, their phone number for any questions of how to run things. And there's good that happens with those parting notes as well.
The sixth annoyance on the list, the post-purchase letdown. So maybe there's items in a home that look great when you were looking at it, but then you get in and you actually start looking. You're like, oh, yeah, this isn't exactly, I should have maybe paid more attention to that.
Right. Oh, I was so in love with the granite countertops. I didn't notice that there was XYZ as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
For instance, we didn't take a very good look at how our kitchen cabinets have been painted.
Also, what we need to acknowledge is homes live differently with different people living in them. Like it never is without fail. Like someone moves in the summertime, AC was just fine. Someone new moves in and all of a sudden it goes bad. And a lot of times it's the rush to judgment. Like, I think they knew about this and they didn't disclose, but it can just simply be like that person never used the dishwasher, or they ran it once a week, and you have a big family, or you don't like to wash dishes, so you're running it twice a day. So that can be part of it too.
Yep. And finally, the last annoyance on the list, you're on your own. You thought you knew everything that's going on with this house, but you're like, what switch is this light for? Why isn't anything happening when I do this?
Yeah,
the sprinkler system.
Yes.
I'm not sure what's going on here. So yeah, there could be some things in the home that you haven't figured out how to run, and now you got to kind of walk yourself through it.
And that is when it's nice if a seller does leave their contact information, or I have had people that have been very diligent before they've closed on a home. I need to make sure I have instructions on X, Y, and Z so that I know how to use it afterwards. And that's not a bad idea.
So those are just some a little annoying things that could happen during a real estate transaction.